So in this second example, we want to find the length of a VW to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. What letter would I use for that length? What letter would I put here? Little x. Okay. Now I have 42 degrees, so when I put tan of 42 degrees down, I need to put the opposite side here over the adjacent side down there. So what is opposite of 42? 7.2. What is adjacent to 42? Okay. Which is the hypotenuse? The x is the hypotenuse. So what is adjacent to 42? What am I going to put right here? W. Because opposite of this would be W. Do I want to find W? No, I want to find x. But right now with tan, the only thing I could find is W. Now how do you deal with a fraction when the W is on the bottom? How do you solve? Okay. I'm going to show you something that you're going to be tempted to do, and then you're going to tell me why this is wrong. So I'm going to do it in red, and we're going to erase it afterwards. But a lot of you will be tempted to do this. You'll say, oh, here I have a 7.2. I want to move it to the other side. So I'm going to just divide both sides by 7.2, divide by 7.2, and I'm going to get tan of 42 over 7.2 equals W. So my question is, what's wrong with that? Okay. Well, if I divide, that would cancel out. But on this side, where's my W? My W is in the denominator. And now, my W's in the numerator. That's like magic math. Anytime you do magic math, you usually make mistakes. You just move the W from one place to another place without being allowed to do that. I'm going to erase all the red. But we're going to use the same idea. When you have a fraction, anytime you have a fraction and you're doing some math, math becomes easier when you get rid of that fraction, even if it's just temporarily. So right now we have a fraction because we're dividing by W. So the opposite of dividing by W, multiply by W. So I'm going to multiply by W on both sides. That will give me W times tan of 42 equals 7.2. Now tan of 42 is a number. It's in your calculator. We could put it in. It would just be a little bit less than 1 because it's just a little bit less than 45. And if I have a number times W and I wanted to get W by itself, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we're going to divide both sides by tan of 42. And we get W is equal to 7.2 divided by tan of 42. So if I want to find out what that is exactly, I go to my calculator, go 7.2 divided by, well here, get my fraction so I have it look exactly like I see. 7.2 divided by tan of 42. And I get 7.99. I'm going to store that as x for right now. Because I found W, I didn't find x. How am I going to find x now that I know that this is 7.99 ... A squared plus B squared equals C squared. In this case, it would be 7.99 squared plus the other side was 7.2 squared equals x squared. Go to my calculator. I've got that 7.99 stored as x. I can just push x and then square it plus 7.2 squared and push enter. And I get 115.78. That 115.78 is going to equal x squared. So to get x, I have to square root that answer. And I get 10.76. Go back to my question to find out how much they wanted me to round to. Nearest tenth of a centimeter. Approximately 10.8 centimeters.